Okay, so um, kind of a public service announcement for the final weeks of theories. This announcement is only for this summer. Um, so we are into week 8, and so we have week 9, which we'll be going over some other theories, and week 10. I will give you some lectures on some remaining theories for week 10, but you won't have to post anything um, for week 10. But the reason for this uh, announcement is um, we will have a final exam. It will be almost identical to the first exam, only with different theories. Um, so hopefully you'll feel a little more comfortable with that. I will post the exam um, next week. So week 9, Sunday, I will post that exam. Now, I know that an essay exam is a lot of work. I also know that a paper is a lot of work, and we only have 10 weeks. We're cramming a lot into this semester. Uh, Unfortunately, I cannot get rid of the paper, but I can shorten it. Um, so if you look in, and I'll post all of this next week as well. In fact, I'll try to do all this early, Friday or Saturday. So you'll have a little more time to work on it, but you do have the syllabus for the paper. So we're going to shorten the paper. I can't do away with the final paper because that's what you will upload to your portfolio. So the most important part of the paper is there's 3 parts. The first part is about uh, the characteristics of a good counselor. The second part is your theory of choice. And the third part is basically your response to the assignment in the course. So we're going to shorten it in that part 1 only has to be a page, 1 page. Tell us about what characteristics you possess already. Give us some examples. But the main part of part 1 is what do you still need to work on, and how are you going to go about working on those characteristics? Those characteristics, depending on the edition of Corey's book that you have, are usually found somewhere listed in the first 2 or 3 chapters. So you'll just find a list of these characteristics. They're all positive. Just 1 page. What characteristics do you possess as a future counselor already? Give us some examples. What do you still need to work on? How are you going to work on them? Part 1. And you can even list this as part 1. Positive characteristics. Okay, part 2. This is the most important part. You don't have to teach us the theory. We've already learned the theories. Pick 1 theory, not multiple theories. And I really want to know why you chose this theory. We don't need to know what all of the different parts of the theory. This is not an undergraduate paper about a theory. This is why did you choose this theory? Did it fit your personality? What is it about the theory that you connect with as a therapist or a school counselor? Do you think it will work well with a population of clients or students that you will be working with later after you graduate? And the last part is what would you change? There's got to be something you don't like about the theory. Not only what don't you like, but how would you change it in a positive way? So we're only looking at 2 pages for that. And the third, and you can label that the section, your personal theory of choice. And the third part is kind of the conclusion, part 3. You can write a brief paragraph, your response to the course, if you'd like to change it in any way. I don't know whether they'll be doing evaluations or not. They're not required, but I don't mind doing them. I always like to hear what you have to say. I listen and I try to change the class in a positive way. What do you think about the assignment and the course? What would you change? Would you like? Um, you know, just a paragraph or 2. So we're just looking at 4.5 pages basically. At the most, four pages. What? So part 1's a page, part 2, 2 to 3 pages. So 4 pages. But in part 2 about your theory, do a little research. Get 2 or 3, maybe 4 journal articles or books online from the library. So books, there's a part in the syllabus that says primary and secondary resources. Primary are things that are written by the original theorist. So if you're doing person-centered, something written by Rogers, whoever it might be. Secondary is something that's written by a professional in the field, but it's not the original theorist. So maybe somebody did a study. CBT works well with a certain population, cite them in the paper, give us a reference page, 3 or 4. Don't use a textbook. Don't use the internet, some web page. Just go to a library on the internet. Look at some professional journals. They even have whole books online at the library by these original theorists. There's no need to cite a web page or to cite a textbook. Just look at professional journals and real books. All right. I will post all of the detailed instructions. I will lower the number of pages in the syllabus for this final paper. Unfortunately, both the final exam and the final paper will be due at the same time, but you can start thinking about this now. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please email me.